Thanks, Kelly. Well, new on AM Extra, Portland State University is helping students break barriers when it comes to pursuing a doctorate degree.
Yeah, the McNair Scholars Program at Portland State University works with selected low-income first-generation undergrads who want to work toward a Ph.D. So joining us in studio now to tell us more about this important program and her experience with it is 2022 McNair Scholar, Caitlin Costello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, Portland State, just down the road from us here at the Coin Tower. Before we really dive into what this program is all about, tell us about your journey to Portland State University and how you landed there.
Yes, so my educational journey was a tumultuous one, to say the least. But after 7 years of just taking random classes at Portland Community College, which I loved, I decided to go full time. So in summer of 2020, I transferred to Portland State because their demographics were really representative of what I was looking for. They have more students that are a little older, or they have families, they're more diverse. So it was more of a group that I knew I'd be able to fit in with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, was a doctorate in your sights originally, or was some of that post-undergrad education something that maybe kind of came into focus once you were at PSU?
It was absolutely the latter.
Yeah.
When I first started, I wasn't sure that I'd even be able to finish a bachelor's. So being in my final term now is really exciting, and I feel like I can't stop. I know what I want now.
Oh, congrats.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
thank
a
you.
huge
Congratulations.
accomplishment. Yeah.
It really is. It really is. Okay, so the McNair Scholars Program, we talked a little bit about it on the, as we intro this segment, but what exactly is it, and how is it helping people that need that boost to get that next step to go toward that PhD?
Yeah, so it's a national program. It's federally funded, and like you said, it's for underrepresented students who want to pursue a PhD. So it gives you the opportunity to do independent research, as well as to learn more about what the application process will look like, things like that.
Very, very cool. I mean, you look at the cost of education overall these days, and there's been so much talk in the news recently about, student loans and loan forgiveness, and I know that is a burden for so many students who might want to pursue that higher education. So tell us about your program, what you've been studying and some of the research you've gotten to do.
Yes, so I work together with the group to learn more, like I said, about applications and workshops with people who have done this, but my research specifically is on the climate change effects on the nutritional content of crops and how that affects global malnutrition.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you find that? What was your path that took you there?
So I'm really passionate about Dr. Samuel Meyer's work out of Harvard, who looks at as emissions rise, our nutritional content will actually plummet in crops. So I knew I wanted to work somewhere within that. And then I started looking at mycorrhizal fungi as an option for mitigating that. So this was really, for me, 6 years of me being passionate about a very niche topic.
Wow.
That's
Yeah, it really is.
Where have you actually gotten to do some of that research then and look into these things?
Yeah, so Portland State University has a research greenhouse facility. So I've been growing hundreds of stalks of corn there under the mentorship of Dr. Jen Morse. So I do everything on campus.
Wow.
And I've been working with some universities on the East Coast as well for some of the products that I needed to use.
That is so cool.
That really is. That really, really is. So, okay, we've talked about the program, the McNair Scholars Program, and your journey up and through school. What is the next step? You know, after you graduate, what does the next step look like for you?
So I'm currently talking to National University of Natural Medicine about a Master's of Science in Nutrition, and then I hope to go to Sweden for my PhD in global health and human ecology.
That's super cool.
It really is. That really is.
And so how did PSU help facilitate some of this stuff? Did the school play a role in you being able to secure some of that funding for this doctorate research?
Absolutely. So it's a research university, so their big focus is doing projects like this. So the opportunities were endless, meeting people who have done it before, are doing it now, and want to help branch out and network for you. I think networking has been a big part of this for me. Coming into it with no background in first generation, I didn't know how to even get started. So people who've done it for 30 years guiding you, it's really helpful.
Well, you can see the impact that the McNair Scholar Program has made, you know, to help guide people who you know, or like you said, are in that first generation college, you know, experience that helps guide them along in that process, it sounds like.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Caitlin, thank you for being here this morning.
Yeah,
Wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you both so much.
Yeah, congrats
Absolutely.
again. That's so cool. And I had no idea that there was a greenhouse and all this research
I
happening
know,
on PSU's
isn't that
campus.
wild? I didn't know that either.
So cool. Well, if you want to learn more about the McNair Scholars Program and what qualifications are needed to apply, you can check it out at pdx.edu/McNair program.